Welcome to Corks and Cauldron, where two friends uncork a bottle, cast a few spells, and dive deep into fantasy books and theories. But tonight we're switching it up. I'm Jen.
And I'm Gabby, and instead of fantasy, we're diving into something a little bit more dark and standalone. Yes, lights out! This book was so fun to read. But
Before we get started, a quick disclaimer. This episode comes with a whole page of trigger warnings. So, if you own the book, you already know. But this book is dark. It's a stalker rom-com with a lot of heavy themes.
so listener discretion is absolutely advised. This book and our episode may contain a lot of talk about different kinds of consensual play, stalking, home invasion, hidden cameras, consensual dubious consent, death of a parent, it's off the page, description of violent death, unintentional cannibalism,
Again, off the page.
hacking, theft, invasion of privacy, mention of serial killers, discussions of mental health, blood and gore, alcohol consumption, child abuse, and lots of other things.
So, if we have not scared you off yet, please feel free to stick with us and listen to the show.
It's going to be a fun one.
It is. It's so exciting. So tonight's snack is because in the book, Josh, our main male character, is a vegan. So what I made tonight is something really simple. It is grapes and mixed nuts from Trader Joe's. It's all salty and roasty and everything.
I have so many nut jokes that I could make.
Save them for later. So what are we pairing my salty, grapey?
We're pairing your nuts with the Big O.
Yes.
So the Big O, it's a wine by Nissan Vineyards, and they're local in Nebraska.
Yes.
And this wine is bold, juicy, and leaves a lasting impression, just like Allie's totally sane decision to tell a masked internet thirst trap to break into her house. The Big O brings deep fruit flavors, a lush mouthfeel, and an experience that, let's be honest, delivers. So, much like this book, it's a little wild, a little ridiculous, and absolutely addictive. I'm so excited. Let's get into this hot mess of a story. Oh, wait. You want a crack? It's a cracker. It's not a popper.
It is a good wine, though.
It is.
My husband and I have been to that winery, and they have really good wine.
It's one of my favorites. They're not local in the sense that, like, they're easy to get to, but they're local in the sense that it's in Nebraska. There's not much here, guys, so.
Wineries. If you are following us on Facebook, you will see all the wines she picked out for us, which was fantastic.
Good. It is definitely really like a summer fruity wine.
And it goes really good with like salty a charcuterie board.
Yeah. Let's talk about this book.
Yeah. Let's go back to the book.
Yeah. All right. So the back of Lights Out reads as such. It's the viral TikTok stalker dark romance, burning with high heat, hilarious banter, and a love story like you've never seen before. Can you handle the ride? That line has a whole different meaning after you read the book. I want someone with a soul as black as night, someone who would burn the world down for me and not lose a single minute of sleep over it. Trauma nurse Allie doesn't need any more kinks. She likes she likes the one she's landed on just fine. To her, nothing could top the masked men that she follows online. Unless one of those men was shirtless, heavily tattooed, and just waiting for her in her bedroom. She dreams about being hunted by one in particular, of him chasing her down and doing deliciously dark things to her willing body. She could never could have guessed that by sending one drunken text, those dreams would become her new reality. I want things most people don't, craving darkness and depravity instead of light and love. Josh Hammond, is what I'm going with, has spent his life avoiding the limelight, but his online persona is a whole nother story. At night, he posts masked thirst traps for his millions of fans to drool over. But one follower has caught his eye, Allie. After reading a comment begging him to break into her house wearing a mask, he decides to take her up on her offer. Together, Allie and Josh live out their darkest fantasies, unaware that Allie has captured the attention of someone else. Someone with far more sinister intentions than a little light stalking. As Josh turns from predator to protector and the stakes heighten, he must ask himself how far he's willing to go for the woman he's obsessed with. Lights Out is a fast-paced, dark romance, morally gray male lead. Some themes and scenes may be disturbing to readers. Please check the trigger warnings at the beginning of the book, and we talked about those in the beginning. So, Jen, if you had picked up this book and read the back, Would you have read it?
I mean, it is one of the reasons I picked it up.
Is it? I thought I recommended it to you.
Okay, so you did, and after reading, I wanted something after Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I knew I was going to want something after Onyx Storm that was just
Palate
like
cleanser.
a palate cleanser. So I was like, I'll try just a dark romance real quick.
Just
And
casually. Just jumping into dark romance.
And instead of reading this one for some unknown reason, it was because I was reading Onyx Storm on my Kindle. I decided, I'll just read Haunting Adeline real quick because that can't be that bad.
It's bad. You loved it though.
I did. I loved it.
Yeah.
And then I read this because I was like, dark romance.
Now that's my thing.
This is light dark romance, by the way.
It's gray romance. Yeah.
Compared to Haunting Adeline, but I loved it. And I've already pre-ordered Caught Up. But I loved it. I would give it 5 stars. 5.5 stars, maybe.
5.5. All right.
Can I give it more than 5?
Sure. We can set up whatever rating system we want.
Thank you.
I picked it up because Book Talk told me to, and I am easily influenced. So, have you listened to the audio for this book?
No, but I just found it on Hoopla.
Okay. You should listen to the audio. The book is great by itself, but the audio is something. It just brings it way over the top.
TikTok has done like little pieces of it.
Clips, yeah.
Yeah.
I use Libro.fm for my audiobooks. It's like Audible in the sense that it's $15 a month.
Hoopla's
and you get
free.
And you get like 1 credit a month. But I pick an indie bookstore that I want to support. And my $15 a month goes to an indie bookstore. So that makes it a little bit easier for me to spend $15 a month on it.
Yeah.
I want so bad to be an audiobook girly. So bad. I want to.
Okay. You can be an audiobook girly.
I feel like I'd be so much more productive if I could listen to audiobooks and like do the dishes at the same time.
I do that.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I'm just picky about my audiobooks, I guess. And this one ruined it for me because it was so great.
I'm sorry. How spicy would you make this book?
I would give it minimum 4 peppers, I feel like.
For sure.
Minimum 4 out of 5.
For sure.
But does it rank a 5 out of 5 peppers? What's your criteria? Like, it's not straight up erotica.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Because there's an actual, like,
start to finish
plot to it.
Yes, there is. I actually like the plot. It's not like a porno, which is really nice for me. I'm sorry. It's not. And some books are actually kind of like that, where it just starts off that way and ends that way.
And if that's your thing, I don't enjoy those
great.
Books. Yeah, but
if you do, and if you like that kind of book and that's your jam,
great.
Grape is great for you.
Yeah.
For me, I like elderberry, so I'm sorry. Maybe a little razzleberry.
I think it depends on my mood. Like, sometimes I just want to read trash. It's like watching trash TV. Like, sometimes I don't want to think about it. I just want,
You just want, like, Buffy in the background or Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, and just mind-numbing
escapism. You've seen a million times.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And can just listen to it in the background.
Yep.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah.
Just let it play.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're agreed then. 4 out of 5 peppers.
Yeah. At
maybe
least.
4.5.
Yeah. Maybe.
Because some of
that
the
shower scene.
The shower scene was, and like.
And that point where you have to get a grip.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the most like infamous scene.
It is.
Yeah.
Because so I'm in a Facebook group called Book Besties Are Us. Yes, that's the right name. And I actually asked them, I was like, hey, we are recording an episode this week. I need help because I am trying to find some questions to ask. And the only questions that I can think of are, why is the cat the best character in the book?
It's always the cat, too. The cat is always the best character.
Why is he the best? Because I love him.
His name is Fred, so that helps.
Why is Fred the best? And the other question was, the roommate's name is Tyler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did Tyler know? Okay, so we're going to back up a little. I'm so sorry, guys. Before I get too far ahead of myself, let's talk a little bit about the story.
Yes.
So Allie, like we've already said, is an ER nurse.
Yep.
A trauma nurse. And she is very much in a relationship with her job. And other relationships are secondary to her job. Completely. So much so that she thinks she's in a relationship with Tyler, who is her, for lack of a better word, fuck buddy.
Yeah, hookup buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they both
That's kind of
do
how
that.
they both feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's no hard
Yeah.
feelings on one side.
It's January at the start of this book.
Mm-hmm.
And she just got off of a very rough day working with a new girl.
New girls are always the worst.
And she's really concerned that the new girl's going to quit. And she was just doing what we all do at the end of a day, drinking wine and scrolling through TikTok.
Doom scrolling. Yep.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And she found her favorite TikTok creator,
The Masked Man.
and the Masked Man, and snagged a photo of him, sent it to her fuck buddy, and said, "Hey, do you want to play?" Basically.
Yeah, that's
like I'm paraphrasing. Yeah. And he said, "Man, I haven't heard from you in like 2 months. Sorry, chick. That's not my jam, and I'm fucking somebody else. Sorry."
Again, paraphrasing, but yeah.
And turns out that the guy in the picture is actually his roommate.
Which is such a plot device, is really what that is. Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the other question that I wanted to ask is, did he know? I think he did.
I don't know.
I know that they're playing him off as being this fuck boy that's just super into the gym and into himself.
Right,
and
a gym bro.
Narcissistic.
A himbo.
Yeah, a gym bro. Yeah. But they also talk about how he really does care for his friend Josh,
mm-hmm.
and make sure that every female that he brings to the house is kind of vetted so Josh's backstory is is protected. And, when people mess with Josh, he protects him, basically. So I think that he recognized him and made sure that when he handed him the phone, he knew. So, okay, I don't disagree. That's my theory. I don't disagree. I'm on the fence about it because there's no because I'm the vibe reader. I read from the vibes. And nothing was explicitly said that Tyler recognized Josh. But here's where I'm maybe he didn't, is because there's at one point where Tyler says, "Are you kidding? If I thought something would ever happen between you two, I would throw rose petals all over. And turn on the Marvin Gaye or something like that."
Yeah, I think he mentioned Marvin Gaye explicitly. Yeah.
Well, that's because when you want to... Oh, yeah. Brown chicken, brown cow.
There's definitely banging music. 100%.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not opposed to the idea.
Yeah.
I do wonder, I will get to this a little bit later. I wonder if the next book is going to be about the roommate or if it's going to be about the cousin.
It's about the cousin.
Yeah. Do you know that sure?
I've already read.
Okay.
The second book is going to be about the cousin. But there is a third book because she's already posted on TikTok that she is writing her third book.
That's so exciting.
So...
Is there any favorite quotes or passages that you think about all the time in this book?
I absolutely love Josh talking to Fred all the time. And from the get-go,
he absolutely adopted that cat
into the house. He adopted the cat.
Well, the cat adopted him, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that too. But from the get-go, he's really, come on, kid. Mom and I just can't.
Yeah.
If we acted like this... And it's fantastic the way he just talks to the cat.
Like it's a person. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I talk to Zelda like that too. My dog.
Yeah. My dog Buddy and I have full-on conversations, and we judge everyone in the neighborhood. We will both be looking out the window, judging our neighbors.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I know in one of our episodes, I said that Josh was one of my book boyfriends. I don't think I could keep up with a Josh in real life. I want to believe that I could, but I don't think that I could.
He's too ADHD for me.
Yeah. Yeah. But on paper...
Also, he's entirely too fit for me.
On paper...
There's no way.
On paper, he's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yes.
I loved it when Josh wrote out the LOL when Allie dropped the tracker in his bag. And that's just a perfect example of his personality, right? He wasn't mad about it. He was just oh, we're playing a game?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put the book down and I was laughing so hard I had to stop and read that part to John. I had to. There were parts of this book. I know that you like to read the freaky parts.
Yeah.
To your poor...
I just like to scare him.
And the parts that I have to read to John are the funny parts. And that was one of them.
This book had so many of them. This book had so many, like,
Yes.
I was going through and, like, doing my reread and highlighting all the funny parts, and, like, there was just so many of them.
John actually wants to read this just because of the front of the book.
It kind of gives, like, a gamer vibe.
Well, it says the couple who stays together. And that's right on the front cover. And every time he sees that, he's like, huh. When he accidentally kills
Brad?
Yeah, the guy. That one. Yep. That was
that whole, like,
it's kind of funny.
ride.
It should not be funny.
It should not be funny.
I understand. I know that that's not supposed to be funny.
But the way it's
written, it is funny.
Yeah. And, like,
but it's not supposed to be funny, but it is funny.
It's funny because we know Josh's backstory, right? So Josh's backstory, to catch all the listeners up, Josh's dad was a serial killer.
Yes.
And he was eventually caught. There's a whole, like, true crime podcast talk about him. There was a Netflix documentary that came out super recently in the book about this fake serial killer.
Yes. About his dad.
Yeah. And so, like,
Ted Bundy was his dad's,
like,
mentor.
Yeah. Idol,
whatever you want to call him. Idol.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so when we talk about, like, Tyler vetting the people that he brings home, that's what we're talking about, is that Tyler checks with the girls to make sure that they're not true crime fans. So I'd be immediately cut out. Like, I would not be invited to this apartment. Which is a great friend thing to do, though, right? Like, just looking out for your buddy in that way. And so Josh, his whole life, is worried that he's going to be like his dad. His whole life, he's just worried that it's a genetic thing. He's going to end up murdering people. It fucked him up. And so, yeah. Like, that's one of the reasons I think he latched onto Fred so hard, is because he didn't want to kill Fred, which, as we know, is part of the triad of identifying serial killers. So, but yeah, that whole scene about, like, when he accidentally killed Brad and Josh asking Allie to be his girlfriend, that whole chapter was just hilarious. And, like, there's one point in that chapter where, so Allie figures out that Brad is dead, obviously accidental, and Josh turns around and just starts puking. This is just such a fun book.
Let's start off with, let's go back to the part where she sends the picture to Tyler. So we're going to go back quite a bit. Tyler shows it to Josh,
his roommate.
And Josh is like, shit, it finally happened. Oh, shit. This is the girl that I saw before and I was kind of into, but I didn't want Tyler to know because it's Tyler's girl. But is this against the bro code? Because they were just fucking, and that doesn't count against the bro code, because you know what? They weren't dating. But do I care? Because I don't really follow the bro code, because you know what? And it was a whole thing in his mind.
His inner monologue is so great. I love it.
It's fantastic. And so he's a hacker. It is what he does for his job. And he's been doing all of these thirst traps on TikTok. Like, lots and lots of thirst traps on TikTok.
And he's got lots and lots of fans on TikTok.
Millions of fans.
They don't explicitly say TikTok. And I'm sure it had something to do with, like, licensing or whatever.
Right.
But yeah.
But we know it's TikTok.
It's TikTok.
Guys. Come on.
Yeah.
And before he even got started, like, he made his 3D mask.
He went through a bunch of prep. He is definitely a type A personality.
He is. How many masks do you think he made before he made the perfect mask?
Minimum
on
3.
his 3D printer?
Minimum 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking at least 3 to 4.
Yeah.
And, you know, he has his whole lighting system. He watched YouTube videos.
He's got a special headboard on his bed. Yeah.
Like,
lighting.
Dude.
Yeah.
The dude did the whole shebang to get used to this. So he's been posting these videos. He figures out who Allie is on his posts to see, you know, maybe she's been posting comments. She has.
So many
comments. Hundreds of comments.
I think we find out later that she has watched like 200 hours of his videos.
Yeah, something like that.
And if you know, TikTok videos are like 30 seconds, a minute, especially thirst traps like that. Like, they're not very long. So 200 hours that's so much time.
And he's like, she's making all these funny comments and sassy comments.
Her
And he's
comments
like,
are also part of my favorite.
yeah, they're really funny. I would like to thank the algorithm for bringing me here.
Mm-hmm. Did this video summon me? Is that why I'm up at 2 a.m.?
This man is always coming onto my FYP and never on me. And that is a tragedy.
That one was hilarious.
Boom, there went my ovaries.
Yep.
This is the horror movie I would die in. Everyone else would be running away while I sprinted straight toward the danger instead. That's probably my favorite one. Sorry, but you know, he sees all these comments because he wrote like a little algorithm to find out where they all were, and he decides that he's going to break into her house
and do it
so that
and record a video.
Yeah. Because she's asking him, like, there are comments
Like,
where she
break
asks
into
him
my
to do
house.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, okay, so just to be clear, don't break into people's houses. Like, that's against the law.
Please don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they're telling you, it's okay.
Right. Don't do
if
that.
it's a stranger danger.
Yeah.
Please.
Unless
this is still a thing,
Yeah.
stranger danger.
Right.
Unless it's really consensual and you actually physically talk to that
Right.
person.
And get that physical consent. Yeah.
I'm going to be 40 by the time this video posts. I will be 49. So trust me when I tell you, it's coming from my mouth. If I'm not telling you face to face,
consent is not there. Yep.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So, but Josh breaks into Allie's house, which good for her for owning a house by herself. That's a big thing.
Yes. And that's where we meet Fred. Well, we meet Fred before that, but
Fred is the cat.
That's where Josh meets Fred, the cat. And he makes a video, and he may or may not stick a couple cameras around her house.
Which, again, highly illegal. Don't do that.
Please don't do that. And then what happens, Gabby?
So, okay, he broke into her house, recorded a video, and then he posts the video. And that's how Allie discovers. And, like, at first she's just like, oh, it's a change of scenery. It's a new... Because normally he only has, like, 3 different sets that he records at. And so she's like, oh, it's a change of scenery. Wait a second.
I have that bedspread.
Yeah. And I think she actually comments that, like, in the post. Yeah. Eventually, so she's watching this video at work, right? Eventually her shift ends. She goes home and she's
a little freaked out.
Well, she walks into her bedroom and she sees the mask on her bed. And then she's like, okay, what just happened here? So then she pulls out a gun, which we live in America. Guns are legal if you go through the right process. Nothing against guns here, assuming you know how to use them. But remember, Josh has hid secret cameras around her. Well, at the very least in her bedroom. That might have been the only one that he hid in the bedroom, right?
The one in the USB port?
Yeah. That's the only camera he hid that time, right?
Think so?
Yeah, and then he just hacked into her computer.
Yeah.
Okay, so he hid one camera in her bedroom. So Josh is watching her and is like a little turned on about how effectively she's going through and checking her house.
Yeah.
And then, does she handle things by herself? Yeah, she does.
Yes.
Okay, so she goes through, she checks her house, everything's clear. She sticks a chair under her door to, like, you know, make it secure. And Josh is still watching. And then she proceeds to take the edge off. And Josh, to his credit, turns off the camera as soon as he realizes what's happening.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what I remember from that specific scene.
Yes. And then we're gonna...
Josh freaks out and, like, feels bad about breaking in. So he orders her a bunch of, like, home defense stuff. So extra security and like an extra secure lock, things to lock the door, a home security system, and also the entire contents of a floral shop from a stolen credit card. He didn't pay for any of this himself. It's all from a stolen credit card. And so Allie gets to deal with that the next morning.
She's also DMing him.
Oh yeah, she knows it's him.
This is fun. It's super fun.
Okay.
And so they're talking back and forth. This is when he starts breaking into the... This is also when he starts breaking into the cameras at her office. He hacks into those to watch her at work. Because that's not creepy.
Not at all.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
So the next, like, big thing that happens is she has a really bad day. She ends up working like 24 hours straight or something crazy like that. It was a crazy long shift. The weather
is a snowstorm.
So Josh takes an Uber from his house to her work. starts her car, and is waiting for her in the parking lot. Wearing his mask.
Wearing his mask.
She still she still does not know that it's Josh at all at this point. Has no indication that it's Josh at all. So Josh ends up eventually driving her home after some convincing. And this is when we see the trail mix. Josh made some homemade trail mix to feed her and some apple slices.
And water.
And on the drive home, Allie expresses her gratitude using her mouth.
That she does.
Yep. And there's a little bit of knife play involved. Not intentional, but she ends up stabbing him accidentally. Just a baby bit. This might be one of my favorite scenes. I don't know. There's just a lot of tension to it. And I like the tension. Okay, so she stabs him, gets him in the house, stitches him up. He leaves, even though she does not want him to.
Yeah.
The next morning, he breaks into her house, drops off breakfast, and like scoops her driveway and sidewalk, right? And talk to him. Yeah.
Yep.
So then
But she still has no idea what he looks like.
Yeah. I don't think she even suspects that it's Josh yet at this point. Okay. What happens next?
He also starts following her because he likes a comment that she made.
And that like spurs a whole social media thing.
He's really mean. Okay. Let's backtrack on that because she gets angry with him for breaking into her house.
Fair.
So he makes a
That's totally
TikTok
fair.
About being sad.
Yes. When she's mad at you.
She's mad.
Yeah.
And she was like, maybe you deserved it. And he liked her comment.
And he's notorious for like not interacting with his fans at all. He never likes comments. He doesn't respond. He doesn't reply. He doesn't really follow anybody. Yeah. So when he likes her comment, things blow up in Allie's face.
Yeah. He likes her comment and he starts following her and everybody just starts going after her, which is funny. It's not funny, but it's funny.
Well, she doesn't want to be anonymous online, right? Like she's not, I don't know how to describe this. Like her username is Allie Oxenfree, which is a play on her name. But she's not like, her profile is not private. None of that. So.
Yeah.
What happens next?
Trauma in the ER. More trauma in the ER.
Is this when the mass shooting happens?
Yeah. This is the part that you liked.
Chapter 10.
I'm going through the book. Yes.
It was a hot scene.
And then I think we meet Brad for the first time.
We meet Brad abstractly. So there's a rape victim that comes in with her family. And Brad's also in the same hospital, but we don't like know his name or anything. All we know is that there's a rapist and that they're trying to keep the family and the rapist separated. Yeah. I swear I read all of this
and this
recently.
Is also about this time is also when Allie is talking to Josh, trying to find out who the masked man is.
Yes, she hires Josh to do his cybersecurity work to figure out who the masked man is, which is hilarious for us readers because we know everything.
Yes, and she thinks it's him, just so you guys know.
She has suspicions.
Allie thinks Josh is Josh. Yeah. And it turns out she's right, but he has he's been using a burner phone to talk to her. And when she's texting him while he's making her a cup of coffee, it's set on auto reply. So every time she sends a text, it automatically replies to her. It's like an AI thing. So it gives her a response. And he thinks it's the funniest shit.
Like reading his perspective from all of this is the best. He's just so proud of himself.
He really does.
Yeah.
Jerk. And he even tells her that stalking is a crime.
He plays into it. He acts all worried and he's like, do you need to go to the police? And well, first he asks her, are you stalking him? Like, is this why you want me to find him? And she's like, no. He broke into my house. Eventually, Allie has a really, really bad day at work. She got into a tussle with Brad, the rapist. Josh saw all of that on the camera. And then she got talked to by HR. It was a whole thing.
She egged Brad on.
She did not egg Brad on. Brad did it.
She absolutely.
Brad did it to himself. He started it. She just stood up for herself and he didn't like it.
And then he asked for a different nurse and she was like, hell the fuck no.
Because the different nurse was exactly like Brad's last victim. It was exactly his victim type. Yeah. Anyway, Josh saw all of that through the hospital security cameras because remember, he's cybersecurity nerd. Her shift ends where a patient comes in who looks exactly like her mom, who had died in a similar car accident and like had similar injuries, and Allie couldn't take it anymore. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm not gonna say she broke down, but she like shielded herself. You know how like you put your walls up when you're trying to like hold it all together? And that freaked Josh out. So Josh ends up running to her house unprepared. Like he has a voice modulator that he forgot. He did remember the knife this time. And he's not wearing his 3D mask. He's wearing all I can think of is baklava, which is the dessert.
Balaclava.
Yeah. He's wearing that. And so he breaks into her house, realizes he doesn't have the voice modulator, starts talking like Batman, and this is one of my favorite scenes that made me laugh so hard. It's a whole thing. Like it's a very spicy scene. I totally recommend it. Okay, so they had a whole grand night of banging, and it's a very spicy scene. It's one of my favorites. He falls asleep with his mask on, and his mask is twisted around in his sleep, and so when his alarm goes off and he opens his eyes and he can't see, he freaks out and thinks that he went blind. I can't even like read the scene in the way that it needs to be read. It's hilarious. You need to read it. I don't know if you have anything to add to this scene, but it's one of my favorites. It makes me laugh every time I read it.
It's funny. And he breaks the fourth wall on this one too.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
And you don't see that a lot in books.
No.
But anyway, it turns out that Brad is breaking into Allie's house to try to rape and murder her casually.
Just,
you know.
It's just a little bit of murder, death, kill.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Josh takes him out. They beat him up. They knock him unconscious and stuff him in her trunk. Turns out that when they knocked him unconscious and covered his mouth with duct tape, they also covered his nose with duct tape. So he ends up accidentally suffocating. Yeah. They go to drop Brad off at his last rape victim's brother's house, who happens to be like ex-Marine or ex-Army, ex-military at the very least.
Yes.
Because their logic was they deserve to beat him up, and then we can kind of wash our hands of it. You know, we don't have any ties to it. This is the scene where Josh ends up puking because he accidentally murdered a man, and he's freaking out about that.
Yes.
He breaks a fourth wall here, too. So then Allie's like, all right, plan B. Gathers Josh up and takes him to her mafia uncle, right?
Yes, yeah. It's her uncle.
Her mafia uncle.
Sorry. He says, so much for not leaving piles of DNA behind.
My favorite part of that whole scene is when he says, dear readers, I laugh puked and I do not recommend it. I don't know why, but
Reader, I puke laugh.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It makes me laugh every time I read it.
It's because, okay, I'm going to tell you why, guys. Ready? Allie squatted next to me, rubbing my back and making soothing noises as I retched. This is probably a bad time to gloat over the fact that I was right about your identity, isn't it?
Yep. And then he puke laughs or laughs pukes or whatever.
Yep.
It makes me laugh every time. All right. Yep. So then Allie gathers them all up, goes to her mafia uncle. Yes. And then we get into like the mafia part of the story.
Yeah, which is a little bit weird.
It kind of felt like it was trying to drag this, or like it was trying to give the story a plot, I feel like, is what it was doing.
It had a plot.
I know.
16 chapters worth of plot. That's okay. It does explain why she was so anti-janitor during the beginning of the book.
No, she was anti her cousin. Yeah.
Okay, but we didn't know he was her cousin.
Not until right then.
We just knew he was the janitor
named
and she
Greg.
did not like him.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I was like, damn, she really hates that dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole beginning of the book.
Yep. Yeah, and then so her mafia family ends up like doing a deep clean.
Mm-hmm. Of her house.
Of her life.
And her car.
Yeah.
And her life.
Yeah. And that's really about where the story ends. I mean, as far as the plot goes, right?
Well, there's the shower scene and clearing out Brad's house.
Oh, no. There's other fun scenes, but like...
Yeah.
As far as the plot goes, that's...
Yeah.
It's really about it. And then Allie and Josh live happily ever after, getting chased through the woods is how the book ends.
I like that part.
I do too. I could never do it, but I do like reading about it.
I don't run.
I just run my mouth.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. So, that is a very quick and dirty synopsis of Lights Out.
Mm-hmm.
So, all of that being said, what are your favorite quotes or passages or like scenes of this whole book?
Him realizing he accidentally killed him, that was funny.
Him working through all of that
Yeah.
it was phenomenally written because it was both funny and heartfelt.
Yeah. I really like the conversation. Okay. The part, and a lot of mine are later in the book,
Yeah.
but her cousin telling Josh to compliment her uncle's coffee making skills was fantastic.
He thinks himself as a barista.
Uh-huh. And I was like, okay, so that's a little thing, but
It plays into
I
the
would
character.
never think
Yeah.
to compliment a mob boss
On his cappuccino.
on his latte making skills. Like, I would never be like, oh God, yes, give me another macchiato, please.
Right. Yeah, it was so
Because
great.
I love your
Yeah,
macchiatos.
you make it way better than Starbucks.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Starbucks.
I'm not.
just gonna not say anything.
Starbucks, you suck.
And then Allie's honest conversation with Tyler after she figures out who Josh's father is.
Because she has a minor meltdown about it. And like,
she does.
How could you not, right? Like,
Yeah.
as a single female, you realize that you've been in the company of the son of a serial killer. Like, that's a lot to work through.
And then him explaining to her the accidental cannibalism.
Yeah. 4th of July picnic,
a block party.
Yeah, it was.
And then her going, wait, but you were there too. Why do you still eat meat? And he's like, I ate a hot dog.
I was fine. I didn't eat ground up people.
I didn't have a hamburger. I was eating a hot dog.
Yeah. So when Josh tried to cook Allie breakfast, he tried so hard to make her bacon and eggs. And somehow the bacon was both burnt and raw. And there was a bunch of shells in the eggs.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is a true talent.
She actually said something about it at the end of chapter 15. He was like, babe, you want eggs and bacon again? And she said, shit, no. And she was like, I scrambled out of the room after him, trying to think of a kind way to ask him to please never cook for me again. So apparently his cooking skills are great.
Yeah. Well, he'd only cooked that one meal for her at the time, so
one's enough if it's that bad.
If it was, yeah, it was
I'm
pretty
gonna
bad.
say,
yeah.
These chapter 10 questions are fantastic. I had forgotten completely about these.
That's another one of my like favorite things that they did. So this is when Allie had met up with Josh to be like, help me find my stalker. Right. So they're sitting in the room at Josh's apartment and they're just talking. They're just conversing. Josh knows who Allie is, obviously. Allie has suspicions about Josh, but can't confirm it at this point. But they're doing a would you rather contest, right? And so some of the questions are, if you were locked in a room full of spiders, would you rather have the lights on or off?
I would rather burn the house down. But thank you. Thank you so much for asking.
Appreciate the consideration. I would have to say lights on. I want to know what's coming at me.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
And then I can burn the house down.
Correct. Then you can find the lighter to burn the house down. Yep.
Yes.
Would you rather be trapped alone in outer space or at the bottom of the ocean?
Bottom of the ocean.
Why? See, I'd rather be outer space.
Maybe outer space.
I'd rather be outer space.
I don't know.
Here's the thing. Outer space doesn't give a fuck about you.
Neither does the bottom of the ocean.
But the ocean, the creatures in the ocean actively try to kill you.
You don't know what's out there that might actively try and kill you.
That's fair. That's fair. Aliens are real and no one can talk me out of that.
Not everybody is a Vulcan.
Okay. Would you rather change sexes every time you sneeze or not know the difference between a baby and a muffin?
Change sexes every time I sneeze.
I think that's the obvious answer, right? Like,
I like muffins, so
yeah.
Please,
yeah.
just let me
I don't want to accidentally
sexes.
eat a baby.
Yes.
This one I don't think we can accurately answer personally, but we'll present it to the masses. Would you rather ejaculate 1 tadpole-sized sperm every time you come, or 100 regular-sized ones that can talk? I loved the edging scene. That's one of my favorites.
I that was a mean scene, but yes,
very fun to read.
I liked it too. And the knife scene,
the most infamous.
Actually, I think that's the balaclava scene.
Yep,
is the knife scene.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I don't think that they actually get down and dirty until they're in his apartment.
Not until he reveals his face, which is another bonus
Yeah.
for him. Anytime that he's been like
Yeah.
masked up, they have
Yeah.
not had actual intercourse.
Correct. So Gabby, on a scale of this is fine to lock your doors.
Oh God.
How stalkery is too stalkery for you?
Okay, here's the thing. In this book, this was just the right amount of stalkery, right?
Yeah.
There was very clear like consent that happened, and like
Yeah.
we know that if Allie had said, "You need to stop, you're scaring me," Josh would have backed off.
Yes, he would have.
Yes. And like part of me, and a deep secret underground part of me has always wanted like a Craigslist. God, what was that section on Craigslist? It was like my God, I'm blanking out. Hold on. Let's see if Craigslist is still active. Misconnections. I always wanted like a misconnections on
Okay.
Craigslist because I secretly want to be murdered, apparently. But I honestly
Okay.
think like the minute that I came to the house with like random flowers or like random chocolates, I'd be like, nope, I'm not touching them. I'm calling the cops. I have watched too many true crime documentaries. I've listened to all the true crime podcasts. I'm
Okay.
not touching anything. So I guess on a scale of this is fine to lock your doors, it's very, very low for me. How about you?
Okay. So since I'm from a different era, I think that I might be a little bit more forgiving on that.
That's because you came
I
from
might.
the era of serial killers.
I did. I did. We would let hitchhikers
Yeah.
in our cars.
And I came from the era that like studied the serial killers and was like, don't let hitchhikers in your car.
Whatever. They had candy, okay?
I just wanted the candy.
They had candy. Ah.
All right, but if you had to be stalked by a masked man, what is
Oh.
the aesthetic of your ideal stalker? Oh my God.
Which means broody villain, of course.
Of course. 6 foot tall, dark hair.
7 foot tall.
7
Hello.
foot tall, dark hair, tragic backstory.
Well, yeah.
Broody villain.
Yeah. You're a sexy ninja, aren't you?
I mean, a sexy ninja does sound fun. I don't know. I like the guy I'm currently with.
Wait,
Don't get me wrong. He is fantastic. We love him. He is great.
I do love him.
He is not what I dated like in high school. At all. Which is a great thing because
I agree. I mean, for myself. And I mean, yeah.
so like, I don't know. My current man is white and nerdy and I love him. It's great. We love him. But he is not a stalker. So like
I'm sorry, Weird Al just popped in my head for some unknown reason.
Crazy,
I don't know why.
Again, we love him. He is fantastic.
Yes.
But like, I don't know, like reader me loves a broody villain, right? Like we
Yeah,
all
yeah.
love Rowan and Lorcan and Reese and Cassian,
Yes.
like, but in all reality, I don't know if I have it in me to deal with a broody motherfucker.
No. Nope.
Just if I had to be stalked by someone, I think being stalked by Josh would be ideal, I guess, because there's that consensual
Golden retriever, consensual.
Yeah.
I want to be stalked by Leon from Zodiac Academy.
Really?
Or Seth from Zodiac Academy. Do you know why? Because they're nice.
Leon?
And they're sweet.
I had to remember
Leon
who
the
Leon
lion.
is. Yeah. I was thinking Darius's dad. Doesn't his name Lionel?
Oh, that's Lionel.
Yeah.
Ew, no.
That's why I was like, really?
Ugh.
Yeah, but no, Leo the lion and Seth.
Yes.
And they're both like playful and fun and yeah.
They're attentive.
Yes. Yeah. And they back off when you tell them. Well,
ish.
Kind of. Seth is a little
boundaries.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand that I said Lorcan. But
we have to bring Throne of Glass in at least once an episode.
But, you know, those are the two sides of my those are the two edges of my rainbow that I like. I guess.
All right, that's fair.
So,
yeah.
Because I like my broody, dark and broody guy, but I also like that attentive, golden retriever-ish.
Yeah, and see, like, I've dated the broody guy before, because, you know.
Oh, God, me too.
Yeah, who hasn't, right? And I don't think I have it in me anymore. I have reached the ripe old age of 30. I don't have it in me anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So this book basically says stalking, but make it romantic. What's another toxic trope that you fully accept in fiction, but would call the cops about in real life?
Enemies to lovers.
Okay,
And what? Okay,
it's so hot in books.
it is. But when his job is to hunt you down, and the first thing he does is punch you in the face, I am looking at Rowan.
You leave. Yeah, that's fair.
I know, and it's great for the story, and I do
It
love the
is.
story.
And I love a good enemies to lovers trope, but like
It's just not healthy.
and like I'm not a big mafia reader. Like
Same
the
thing.
mafia is just not my thing. But like when the rebel or the rival mafia guy has to kidnap someone and
Yes.
that's Romeo and Juliet, and
I was never a big Romeo and Juliet fan in the first
well, that's
place.
because they both ended up dying.
That might actually be why.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought that was kind of dumb.
But yeah, I love a good enemies to lovers trope. But if it was real life and I got kidnapped by someone that was my enemy, I would not, well, maybe try to get out of it by banging my way out. I don't know. I've had half a bottle of wine.
So Josh's whole thing is thirst traps and mystery. What's his real life equivalent? A famous musician, a TikTok fitness bro, a WWE wrestler.
I still think it's Sleep Token, which is a music like a band that is all masked up, and they're coming to Lincoln this summer. Okay,
I'm Googling Sleep Token.
Who am I Googling?
And now you are Googling WWE, the Hardy Boys.
Oh, with a Z.
Sure, why not?
Matt and Jeff Hardy? That doesn't sound like wrestlers. Yeah. I see where you're going, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it now.
Okay.
See, doesn't Sleep Token fit it, though?
Yeah, it does. Hey, I saw a Care Bear with this symbol, the Sleep Token symbol.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Yeah, they're all over.
Today. Huh. It was like, if I was a Care Bear, I would be this. And I was like, what is that symbol? And now I know. Thank you.
It's okay, Grandma. We'll get you.
I am that old.
Yeah.
Thanks. Wow.
I'm surprised your child doesn't know about them.
Probably does, but has not mentioned it.
I didn't know if you wanted to use their name. Anyway, I think Sleep Token fits way more than the Hardy Boys. With a Z.
Fine.
But yeah, I totally see where you got the mask thing. Yeah.
So Allie is an ER nurse who craves chaos in her personal life. Yes, she does. Is it a red flag or an understandable coping mechanism?
I know, right? I kind of think it's a red flag. I think she's avoiding things. And I know that they mentioned that she's been to therapy and whatever, but
they have a better wellness program than we do.
No kidding. Doesn't
of course,
take
as an
much.
ER nurse, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's a red flag.
I think that Allie is just a thrill seeker in general, though.
You think so? Like, just her personality?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. The author spends a fair amount of time talking about, like, how much Allie overworks herself in the hospital.
Yeah.
Because she's trying to, like, overcompensate for not being able to help her mom.
True. But it doesn't talk about what she was as in her, like, personal life.
Mm-mm. No, because we don't get a lot of that until we meet Josh, and then it's all wrapped up in Josh.
True. Well, shit.
I mean, I think it's an understandable coping mechanism too, right? Like you use chaos to avoid things. So
true.
I do, at least. Like that. Why do you think I'm so busy all the time? I don't want to be alone with my thoughts.
See, and I just like reading.
I got to avoid the news at an Olympic level.
Which is why you read the books.
Yep.
And make the journals.
So, especially like halfway through the book when we meet Brad, the author goes into a lot of like talking about the eyes of people, right? Like Brad has reptile eyes, and Allie's ability to sense people's intentions, I'm going to say, for lack of a better word, or like humanity, maybe. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
What do we think about that? I mean, it's obviously honed by years of being a trauma nurse, right? Like you're thrown into the public in their worst times. So you're going to see the best and the worst of the public.
Yeah.
Do you think that like helps Allie and Josh's relationship at all? Do you think that it is just a way, like, do you think it's a way for the author to reassure us readers that Josh is okay because Allie doesn't have a bad gut feeling about him.
I think that we see that earlier than with Brad, but yeah,
Like, it's a reinforcement of it
it is. Yeah,
for those of us who read for the vibes.
yeah, yes,
All day. Yeah, I think the author uses it as a mechanism, I'm gonna say, to like
yes,
reinforce the readers that Josh can be trusted. That
yeah.
Allie has this sixth sense on people and is able to read people. And so that's why she trusts Josh explicitly. And Josh
Which is
isn't just
weird,
using her body.
even though he
Oh,
wants
oh
to.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm reading your note.
Which one?
The blue one
Oh.
about chapter 11.
Okay, because you added the knife scene, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this book has heat. What's your favorite spiciest scene, and why did it make us all rethink our standards? And you said it was the knife scene. Do you want to expand on that?
I don't think I'd ever thought a knife.
Like, I've never looked at a knife handle and been like, I wonder.
Yeah, no, I had never. Nope, nope. But I'd also never thought of a gun that way either.
True. And Haunting Adeline has taught us a lot about that.
Yep, and it also brought the knife. Well, I think Hunting Adeline also did a knife scene as well. Yes.
Not in the same way, though, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they
well,
did.
not on a bed, but yes.
Okay. I don't remember that, but that doesn't mean anything. I blocked out that trauma.
It was a little more intense.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Haunting Adeline was too much for me. I have
Hunting
yeah.
got a little yeah. Hunting was a lot. But yeah, this one was a more enjoyable read
There was a lot of like
than theirs was.
a lot of consent and a lot of like
Yes.
care given. I don't know how else to say that.
Yeah.
But it was made painfully obvious that Josh was there
For her pleasure.
for her pleasure. Whereas like Haunting Adeline, I didn't get that vibe all the time.
No.
So maybe that was my big beef with it. I don't know. I did not enjoy Haunting Adeline as much as I enjoyed this book.
I didn't either. I mean, no, I didn't either. I wanted to stand up for Haunting Adeline, and I can't.
It's
hard.
If it's your scene, that's great. Like, we're not dogging on it. I have some religious trauma that I'm working through, and I think that's part of my issues with the dark romances. But that's on me. You know, I'm not judging anybody else.
Right.
So so chapter 11 is one of my favorite scenes, and it's the edging scene. And it starts with, so there had been an unspoken agreement that Josh was supposed to show up at Allie's house after her shift.
Yeah.
And he fell asleep instead and did not show up. So Allie gets pissed and takes matters into her own hands with the help of some external tools.
Yes, she does.
And Josh, because she still has because she put the video camera back up, Josh sees it and is pissed. And so he breaks into her house again and helps her with that situation. And I don't know, like that whole scene, it's one of my favorite scenes to read. And I think it's spicier than the knife scene. But I think I'm in the minority here.
I think I skipped over this scene this time. Clearly, because I'm looking at it going, I don't remember this.
It's a great scene. I recommend you read it again. It's the edging scene.
That's why I skipped it.
Not your
I have trauma right now, so I skipped it.
That's fair.
But
yeah, I get that.
For people who aren't real sure what edging is, let's talk about this for just a second. So
it's torture.
Edging is kind of a form of torture where your partner will get you close and close and close,
and then back
but
off.
not allow completion.
Yeah.
But eventually will allow you to complete.
And it's great if they know what they're doing.
If they know what they're doing.
Yes. Yeah. And we're going to leave it at that.
That's where we're going to leave it. So read the chapter, read chapter 11.
It's again.
Or reread it if you're me. Because clearly some of us skipped over the chapter. It's okay.
I think I'm in the minority of it being a favorite chapter. I think a lot of people prefer the knife chapter, which again, to each their own. It's just I preferred that one.
I like the shower scene though too.
The shower scene was really hot. Yes. That was steamy. Yeah. Okay, how did we feel about the suspense side of the story? Or were we too distracted by the fact that Josh is giving hot guy crime documentary energy?
Yeah.
I felt, personally, the mafia thing was unnecessary.
I kind of thought it was weird. It was good. I like the way that Navessa Allen writes.
Yes.
So I really enjoy Josh's point of view and Allie's point of view. I just kind of thought that throwing in the mafia part was just a weird way to clean up Brad.
Yep, I agree. I think she had to introduce Brad to introduce a suspense, kind of, or like,
I think that they needed a way to clean up Brad.
I think they needed an event to bring them together, and I think Brad was the event to bring them together.
Yes.
And then she needed a way to clean up Brad later.
Yes.
And I'm not a big, I don't like mafia romances to begin with. I would not consider this a mafia romance.
It's not.
But I don't know how else I would have written it, you know? So, like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just criticizing just to criticize at this point. But I don't know.
No, I liked it though.
I
I thought it was funny
Yeah.
because it was like, shit, now I have to go invite and introduce him to my uncle.
I gotta go talk to the fucking
'Cause-
mob.
I gotta go do this thing that my mom and dad told me not to do.
Unless I was in serious trouble.
Unless it was like last resort.
And I guess there's a dead guy in the trunk is a last resort kind of thing. So
Yeah. But it also explained why she hated the janitor so much. Like, seriously, she was cock blocking this poor dude from every woman on her floor. And I could not figure out why. I was like, damn.
I did not
she just
catch that
hates him.
until like my third reread. I need you to know that. Like the name Greg, I just like glossed over. I was like, it's so fucking common.
But it was just like, damn, she really hates him. What the hell?
Yeah. Yep.
And then it was like, dang.
That's why. Yep.
So that part was kind of funny. I like the way that her aunt and uncle treat each other.
Yes.
It cracks me up.
It seems like a good, solid relationship.
It does. It does. I like the way that they build, the way that she builds for the next story.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know that it's going to be the cousin.
Yeah. And I think we started to see some breadcrumbs about that, right?
Yes.
So that's always cool to see.
Yeah. So that was good. I don't think that Josh was made to be more than the office hacker dude, like in his room guy. He was not made to be the external, James Bond kind of external guy.
Well, he's been a recluse for so long. Like I think he just kind of forgot any social skills he had.
Yeah. He was not made to be outside. He was but
he's so funny.
Sir. But he was funny, and I liked that.
The internal monologue on both of these characters is just phenomenal. Do you want to read the next bullet point?
If Allie and Josh had to roleplay a normal couple date, what do we think would happen? Spoiler, I don't think they can do normal. I do not either. I think that they would go to the thrift store and buy the ugliest outfits and end up at Applebee's.
Really?
Yep. I think that would be their normal couple date.
I think they would go for dinner. I think they would dress up. I think they'd go to a fancy dinner. But I think Allie would have a remote controlled bullet. And I think Josh would be torturing her. But that's what I think they would do. Is I think they would do the normal part, right? Like they would get all fancy, all shaved up.
Yeah.
And then he would torture her with a bullet, a remote controlled bullet.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. All right, go ahead. Do the chaos.
Do you want to? We don't have to.
Let's do it.
All right. So if Josh had a scented candle, what would it smell like?
Okay, I really like scented candles, and we both know this.
Yes.
I think that his scented candle would smell like leather and cinnamon.
I get the cinnamon. I like the cinnamon. I don't like cinnamon candles. I just don't like fake cinnamon scent.
Yeah.
So I think I would go with like a dark leather and like cigar maybe. I know he's not a smoker, but like...
Well, maybe.
Or maybe more like of a citrusy cedar.
Ooh, I would take citrus.
Yeah, maybe a
Oh,
citrusy.
bergamot.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like a fresh, clean scent.
If Allie and Josh were a cocktail instead of a couple, what's in it?
I want to say like vodka or gin.
Just all sugar. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe like a whiskey sour.
Like a whiskey sour?
Yeah.
Or an old fashioned?
Like a smoky old fashioned, maybe? Or a Manhattan?
Something bourbony?
Yeah.
A dark and stormy, maybe?
Maybe. They're both kind of twisted. They both murdered a man, so.
On accident.
That they can prove.
On accident.
That they can prove.
This is my favorite question right here. It really is.
Okay. What song plays when Josh breaks into Allie's house? What is he humming in his head as he breaks into Allie's house?
Hold on. What's the name of that song? I'm sexy and I know it.
He does that with every video he posts, you know?
I'm sure. I'm sure he does.
See, I was thinking the Mission Impossible theme song, because that is something just dorky enough that he would do.
Yes. That really would work too.
Yeah, it's something innocent and dorky and sweet, I guess. And like, it's just something like I would expect them to do, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have this question listed, but where did you think that this story took place?
I thought it was in Chicago.
It is up until like the halfway point, maybe, when they specifically said Chicago. I pictured it in Denver.
No, I thought it was in Chicago.
It is, and they specifically call it Chicago. Like, they specifically call it Chicago.
Okay.
But, like, until they called it out, this whole time, like, Allie's talking about, like, all the snow they get, and, like, how the weather patterns are weird, and the interstates, and the suburban areas, and I pictured Denver until they mentioned Chicago. You pictured Chicago from the get-go? Why?
It was either Chicago or New York for me.
Really?
But when they talked about the suburbs, I was like, it's gotta be Chicago.
Chicago never even crossed my mind, but I hate Chicago, so maybe that's why. No. Thank you so much for listening to Corks and Cauldron. Be sure to follow us at Corks and Cauldron on all your favorite socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Threads.
If you enjoyed our episode, please rate and review us. Share us with your book besties or our booksties, whatever you want to call them. Tell the world. It's the best way to spread the word and help our podcast grow. Corks and Cauldron is a self-funded labor of love, and your support helps keep the magic alive.
And our glass is full.
Join our Patreon community today at patreon.com/corksandcauldron, and maybe even treat us to a bottle of wine.
Our episodes drop every Thursday, and we'll jump back into our fantasy, romantasy vibes, I'm going to say.
Yes.
This week. So we'll be covering some Glint.
Glint is what we're reading.
Yep. So until then,
eat,
drink,
and get lost in a good book.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks.
Bye. Bye.